Admiral Zethkar's mandibles clicked in amusement as he reviewed the tactical display aboard his flagship, the Void Render. The holographic projection showed Earth's pathetic defense fleet, barely 200 vessels scattered across their solar system like lost children. "Commander Velthon," he rumbled to his second-in-command, "remind me again why the High Council considers these humans a threat worthy of our attention?" Velthon's four eyes gleamed with shared contempt. "Intelligence reports suggest they've been expanding aggressively, Admiral. 17 colony worlds in the past decade." 17! Zethkar's laughter boomed across the bridge, causing several junior officers to flinch. "The Krillian Empire controls 17,000 star systems. These primitives are insects playing at being apex predators. The massive Krillian warfleet hung in space beyond Pluto's orbit, 3,000 vessels strong, each one dwarfing the largest human dreadnought. For 6 centuries, the Krillian Empire had swept across the galaxy, consuming civilizations like a cosmic plague. No species had ever withstood their might." "Sir," the communications officer interrupted, "we're receiving a transmission from Earth." "Put it through," Zethkar ordered, eager to hear the humans grovel. The hologram flickered, revealing a weathered human face beneath a crisp naval uniform. Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Defense Force met Zethkar's gaze without flinching. "I am Admiral Chen, speaking for the United Earth Government. We know why you're here, and we're prepared to defend our home." Zethkar's amusement deepened. "Defend with what, Admiral? We count fewer than 200 of your ships against our 3,000. Perhaps you would prefer to surrender now and spare your species unnecessary suffering." Chen's expression never wavered. "We've studied your tactics, Admiral Zethkar. Every world you've conquered, every species you've destroyed, we've learned from their mistakes. Have you now?" Zethkar leaned forward. "And what great wisdom have you gleaned, human? That you rely on overwhelming force and conventional warfare. You've never faced an enemy that refused to play by your rules." "Rules?" Zethkar's laugh was sharp. "There are no rules in conquest, only victory and defeat. You have 48 hours to surrender, or we will demonstrate why 3,000 civilizations have knelt before the Krillian Empire." The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in silence. Velthon shifted uncomfortably. "Admiral, perhaps we should take their fleet seriously." "They seemed confident." "Confident?" Zethkar's voice dripped disdain. "They're terrified mammals putting on a brave face. Deploy the forward squadrons. Let's see how confident they remain when facing real warriors." 48 hours later, the Krillian fleet advanced toward Earth. The human vessels, seemingly panicked, began a chaotic retreat toward the inner system. Zethkar watched with satisfaction as the enemy scattered like prey before predators. "They're running for Mars," Tactical reported. "Standard defensive formation around the planet." "Of course they are. Commence bombardment of their outer settlements. Let them watch their colonies burn while they cower behind their homeworld." But as the Krillian fleet entered the asteroid belt, something felt wrong. The human retreat had been too organized, too coordinated for genuine panic. Zethkar's tactical display showed Earth's fleet maintaining perfect formation, even in apparent flight. "Admiral?" The sensor officer's voice carried an edge of uncertainty. "I'm detecting unusual energy signatures from the asteroids." "Elaborate." "Multiple power sources, sir. The rocks. They're not just rocks." Zethkar's eyes widened as the truth dawned. The humans hadn't fled to Mars. They'd led the Krillian fleet into a carefully prepared killing field. Every major asteroid in the belt had been hollowed out and converted into a weapons platform, their surfaces camouflaged to appear as ordinary space debris. "It's a trap," Velthon breathed. The asteroid belt erupted in coordinated fury. Thousands of hidden weapons platforms revealed themselves, unleashing devastating volleys from every direction. But these weren't conventional weapons. The humans had weaponized physics itself. Gravity manipulation devices created crushing spatial distortions, ripping Krillian hulls apart at the molecular level. Electromagnetic pulse cannons fired concentrated bursts that turned advanced alien technology into expensive debris. Most terrifying of all were the kinetic kill vehicles, simple chunks of metal accelerated to near-light speed, striking with the force of nuclear weapons. The Krillian fleet, accustomed to fighting in orderly battle lines, found themselves surrounded by an enemy that had turned an entire region of space into a three-dimensional minefield. Ships that had conquered worlds were reduced to scrap by weapons built from repurposed mining equipment and human ingenuity. Return fire. Zethkar roared, but his weapons found few targets. The moment an asteroid platform fired, it went dark, indistinguishable from millions of other rocks. The humans fought like ghosts, striking from nowhere and vanishing before retaliation could find them. Admiral Chen's voice crackled across all Krillian frequencies. "You wanted to see our fleet, Admiral? You're looking at it. Every asteroid, every piece of debris, every grain of dust in this belt is part of our navy. We don't build ships to carry weapons, we turn weapons into ships." The battle raged for 18 hours. The mighty Krillian Empire, masters of conventional warfare, found themselves outmaneuvered by an enemy that had rewritten the rules of engagement. Human fighters emerged from hidden bases inside asteroids, struck fast and hard, then disappeared back into the maze of stone and metal. By dawn on Earth, it was over. 3,000 Krillian vessels had entered the asteroid belt. 17 limped away, their hulls scarred and their crews broken. Admiral Zethkar's flagship drifted powerless among the debris, life support failing. As rescue ships from the surviving Krillian vessels approached, Zethkar transmitted his final report to the High Council. "Do not underestimate the humans. They do not fight like warriors, they fight like humans. And that makes all the difference." The Krillian Empire never returned to Earth. Within a generation, human colonies appeared throughout former Krillian space, their tiny navy of weaponized asteroids and impossible tactics having become the stuff of legends across the galaxy. In the end, the aliens had been right about one thing: the humans were insects. But they had failed to understand what that truly meant. Insects don't fight fair, they fight to survive. And when survival is at stake, humanity becomes the most terrifying force in the universe.